welcome to a brand new video. I am losing my words already and I haven't even started. My name is Jenny. I am the face of Stitchcraft Gifts, soon to be renamed, possibly before the end of this video. We shall see how long it takes to finish recording it, and how long it takes for me to do the rebranding. So watch this space on that one. I am a sore-throated, croaky-voiced crocheter and spinner and maker of crafty things in general, based in Harrogate in North Yorkshire in the UK. I'm sorry that you can hear my fan. I'm sure you can, and I'm sure it's really irritating. It's really warm here today. Has been for a few days now, hopefully getting cooler. And if I turn my fan off, I will melt. So it's staying on. This is only going to be a quick little video, well, clip for the start of a long video, hopefully. So hopefully it's not too bad for you. I am embarking on a 24-hour crochet challenge. This is something that various people have done in various different ways. I've been thinking about it for a while, thinking how I can best do it to make it work for me. And I think some people have done, let's pick a 24-hour period and see how much crochet they can do in that time. Some people have allocated blocks of hours that equal 24 in total and seen how much they can do in that time. I'm going to do it slightly differently. I'm sure other people have done it like this too. I am literally going to time myself. I'm going to say that again. That came out really clumsily. I am going to time myself while I am crocheting and add up all of those periods of crocheting until I get to 24 hours and see, just out of curiosity really, how much crochet that is. So I feel like I'm a pretty slow crocheter. I know some things take longer than others as well. Yeah, if I'm doing a granny square, I can whip out a granny square in no time. If I'm doing an amigurumi, it takes a lot longer. Yeah, it's that kind of thing. So it'll just be interesting to see how much I can get done in a sum total of 24 hours. What that looks like in terms of the types of projects I work on, sort of variety, how much time I spend on each one, that sort of thing. I'm going to include in that time, the sort of timed crocheting time, obviously actual crocheting. Also like weaving in ends and sewing pieces together, that kind of thing. I'm not going to be including choosing yarn, sorting out the patterns, prepping project bags, because that's not time spent crocheting. It's part of the project, but it's not time actually working on the project, if that makes sense. I hope it does. Hopefully you'll see as I go. I don't know how much of the actual crocheting I will show you. It depends on whether I can be bothered to get my camera, well, my phone out while I'm working, and I'm usually listening to music via my phone, so I don't really want to use it for recording because then I have to stop the music. So we'll see. But I will check in. I'll try and check in at least once a day and show you what I have worked on and say how long it has taken and what the total time is at that point. And I have no idea whether this will be interesting for anybody else, but for me it will be interesting to see how long it takes to do 24 hours of crochet in this way, because some days I will sit and crochet for hours and then other days I'll do barely any because I've got other things I need to be doing. So yeah, it'll be interesting for me, even if it isn't for anybody else. I'm going to show you now the first project that is being worked on in this 24-hour period. It is a brand new project. It is living, well, all the bits for it are living in this bag, which is one that I made. You may have seen it if you are familiar with my videos, if you've watched my podcast. It's a bag made of repurposed squares. The squares were for a completely different project ages ago that I ended up getting bored with and not carrying on with. So I've made them all into a bag, and I've got loads more squares left, which I am intending to make into another bag in the future. Don't actually have a picture. I've printed out the pattern, but I don't have the picture because I just printed out the pattern pages and not kind of all the extra bits and bobs. So I shall put one, not that hand, I'll put one up on the screen for you so you can see. I need to get this done fairly quickly. I'm making an amigurumi, starting with a difficult one, for Ned's teacher, my son Ned. He's 9, he's just coming up to the end of year 4 at primary school this week. His last day of term is on Friday, as it is I think for most kids in the UK. And I always like to either get something or make something for his teachers at the end of the year, but his teacher this year has been especially wonderful. Everybody loves her, she's just really great. And I found out at the weekend that she has a dog who is called Ralph. Apparently he's a black Labrador called Ralph, and so I thought I'd make her a little black Labrador toy that she can maybe keep at school if she wants to, or whatever she wants to do. So I have labels falling out of that one, bunch of black yarn. Seeing as the label's fallen out, I might as well show you the label. It is, oh, here's the cat coming to talk to us. Hello. Cygnet's Pato Everyday DK in black, which is colour number 975, I think that says. Oh, shush. And this yarn is, I've got one full cake, one partial. This is all left over from the Flower Power blanket that I finished earlier this year. The black was used for joining all the hexagons on that blanket together. And I've got plenty left, so that's perfect. All set up and ready to go. The pattern's actually written for plush yarn, you know, the chenille-y, velvety kind of stuff, but I don't have any of that in black, so I'm not gonna, well, I haven't got time to buy any, to be honest. If I'd thought about this a little bit earlier, maybe I would have done, but I'm trying, not as actively as a lot of other people are, but I am sort of trying to use up my stash a bit this year because it is getting out of hand. So yes, using up some of that acrylic yarn rather than going out and buying more just for the sake of it is definitely a good thing. Hello. You're going to climb on me now, aren't you? Yeah. Hi. Menace. Absolute menace. So that's it for now, really. Cat's tail in the way. Oh, we need to get your claws clipped, sweetheart, don't we? Yeah, that's it for now. What you like? Mind that tail. I'm gonna go, well, Ned'll be home from school any minute, so I'm gonna go and sort out a snack for him and get him settled, and and congratulate him on an excellent end of year report that's just come through this afternoon, and it is absolutely outstanding, so very, very proud of him. And then I'll get crocheting, and I might show you some, I might not, but either way I will check back in later and show you how much I've done. Alright, back later on. Hello again. It is the end of Wednesday, 16th. Did I tell you the date the other day? It was Monday 14th of July when I started this. I got very, very little crocheting done on that Monday. I don't think I even checked back in to tell you, because it was so little. I got like half an hour maybe, and I didn't get any done yesterday, so I was doing other things. And I've got just a couple of hours done today. I have the back end of a puppy to show for it. So that's 2.5 hours total. I've got the front legs and ears are done as well, ready to be attached, so hopefully it won't take me too long to finish this, especially because I need to get it finished tomorrow so that Ned can take it to school and give it to his teacher on Friday. Oh, there's an end there that needs snipping. Actually, no, I won't snip it. I'll try and tuck it back in. No, I can't. Yeah, it's the that was the pencil. End of year thank you gift for my son's teacher for the end of this year. She, did I say already? I might have done. She has got a black Labrador herself called Ralph, which I think is a great name. So I thought I'd make her a little tail sounds right up. Make her a little toy one, and he can sit on her desk maybe at school if she wants him to. It is really, really, really late, so I'm going to go to bed. Well, no, I need to just wrap up a couple of things and then I'll go to bed. And hopefully I can get that done tomorrow, although I have got a million other things I need to do as well, of course. But hey, I'll make it work, it'll be fine. And yeah, I'll try and actually check in tomorrow and let you know how I get on. We'll see what happens. Hello, it is Thursday. Yes, Thursday, 17th of July. I have spent just over an hour crocheting this morning and I've finished the little puppy. He's so cute. I need to do his face still, but I'm not counting that as crochet because it's not. It'll be embroidery, which I hate doing and always takes longer than it should. I'm going to go do that in a minute. Well, at some point today anyway. Yeah, he's so cute. This pattern is fantastic, actually. Literally, the only sewing I've had to do is weaving in the ends. That's it. That is it. Which is incredible. So, yeah, I shall. I'll link the pattern underneath. It's definitely worth giving it a go. Basically, he's super cute. So I'm gonna go finish his face and get him all wrapped up for Ned to take into school tomorrow. I don't know if I'll get any more crochet done today or not. I hope I will. But I don't know if I will, and I don't know what I will work on if I do. So I'll let you know. Yeah, either I'll check back in later or you'll see me on another day. Hello again. It's still Thursday, technically. Actually Friday. It's very, very late at night again. I'm just checking in because I've done more crochet. I wasn't sure whether I would, but I have. I felt like doing something mindless for a bit this evening. So I've spent about an hour and a half working on my purple granny wrap, which has been a long time work in progress. Using up some of my early hand spun yarn. All this in the middle is hand spun. It's not terrible, but it's not great either. But it was one of the first spins that felt really successful. I can't really show you it properly on here, I can't get the angles right, but there's a kind of gradient. Okay, I hope that was showed off some of the gradient at least. So yeah, the quality of the spin isn't very good in hindsight, but the colour management I'm so proud of. So I had to use it, and I've been making a granny wrap, and the last few rows, it wasn't big enough, the handspun didn't make it big enough, so I've done the last few rows in some madrigal yarns, fluff in my mouth, sorry. I took a couple of skeins of that just to finish it off, and I love how it looks, and I love the size that it is. I do just want to finish off this top edge and run out of the madrigal as well. I've got a mini skein of handspun that's been sat in the back with all of this. I think I'm going to skein it up tomorrow. No, it's already skeined. Cake it up tomorrow and use it just to go along the top edge, just to finish it a little bit more. And then this will be a finished project. And yeah, it's used up a lot of yarn. It's big and heavy and squishy, and it's going to be so lovely to wear it when the weather gets cold again. Right, I need to stop waffling and go to bed. Hopefully I will be able to show you some more tomorrow. Oh, my total time at the moment is about 5.5 hours. So still got plenty more crochet to do before this video is over. Hello, it's Saturday. No idea what the date is, can't remember. But it's Saturday. I completely forgot to check in yesterday. I meant to before I went to bed, and then it got late. And then Ned woke up just as I was tidying everything up, and I forgot. I only did about another hour's crochet yesterday, but I finished it, finished my granny wrap, and I love it. It's going to be so good when the weather's cold. And I need something to wrap up in at home. I could do with blocking actually. I think that would just make it that little bit bigger. But I'm not sure if I've got space to block this anywhere because it is quite large. So we'll have to see. I did use that mini of handspun along the edge. I've got a little bit left actually. What did I do with it? What did I do with it? I did put it in there. Yeah, I've got a little bit left. There's maybe, I don't know, another 10 grams ish, maybe less than that to be honest. I'm going to keep that to put with one of my scrap blankets that I've got going on. Really warm, I'm going to have to take this off. But yeah, I'm really happy with it. It's a good size. It's so heavy and squishy and gorgeous. Yeah, I love it. So yeah, always looking forward to the weather getting colder, but even more so now because it means I can wrap up in this, which will be lovely. I will hopefully get some more crochet done this evening. Kelvin, my husband, he's taken Ned out to a birthday party. Got the house to myself for a couple of hours. And so I'm going to do some work while they're out, get some emails done and that sort of thing. And then I might make some buttons this afternoon. Well, it is this afternoon, you know what I mean, later on. And then this evening is mine and Kelvin's weekly mini date night. It's not as exciting as it sounds. But we have tea together, just the two of us. Ned eats earlier. And watch some TV that we both like and that kind of thing. And I always end up crocheting while we're watching TV. So I'm sure I will do something later, possibly work on my granny hexagon cardigan. Possibly. We shall see. I'll let you know. Hello. It is the end of Saturday. 19th, I think. I've got another 2.5 hours of crochet done this evening. I'm feeling really good for it. I've had a good day generally, actually. Got some work emails done, did some spinning, started some more stitch markers and buttons. The cat is settling down, just as I'm about to go to bed. It's typical. But yeah, this evening I've been working on my latest Granny Hexer cardigan. It doesn't look like much at the moment. This is the second half, though. It's going to be super, super lightweight, really drapey and lovely. And this is the yarn that I'm using for it. So it's all sparkly, gradient loveliness, 100% cotton. So I'm hoping to get it finished fairly soon, so that the next time we get like a proper heat wave, I'll be able to survive, have something nice to wear. So that's one thing that I've been working on, and then I've also just moved the cat's tail, restarted again. This doesn't look like much at the moment, but it's going to be epic. I am making a plant hanger, plant cozy kind of combination of the two for my friend Gemma. I've spoken about her before. She runs Yorkshire Indie, and so this is a collaboration as well as a gift. Yeah, it doesn't look like a lot, but it will. The colours are gorgeous. This is using I've got my label handy. Rikarumi cotton yarn. It's all cotton this evening. And a pattern by Sixel Designs. Excuse me. I've used a lot of her patterns before, and I have used an element of this pattern before. It's uses her big skulls pattern as one of the motifs in this. It also uses a rose motif as well, skulls and roses. So this is hopefully the colours and the motifs around it will reflect Gemma's branding on Instagram and on her website and everything. So really excited to see how it turns out. Yeah, hoping I can work on this some more tomorrow. They were out during the day tomorrow, so I might not get a lot done. We shall see. That's it, I think. I don't think I've got anything else interesting to tell you. I really need to start doing some more, like, just filming what I'm up to, so you can get some little kind of vloggy bits, as well as just me sat here talking to you. But I'm not very good at remembering to do that, so you might just have to put up with this. Right, I'm going to be sensible and go to bed. Not that sensible, it's, I can't see the clock. I don't know what time it is. It's definitely after midnight anyway. Yeah, and hopefully I'll check back in tomorrow. Hello, it is Sunday evening. I'm about to go to bed. It's just after midnight, so yeah, it's been a good day. It's been nice. I have got lots of crochet done today. I've done just over 3 hours in total, which gets me halfway through this 24-hour challenge, if that's what I'm calling it, whatever it is. I think I showed you yesterday or the day before I started working on the plant cozy hanger thing with my friend Gemma. It's nearly done. So we're 3 hours later and it's nearly finished. It's almost exactly the right height already, so I just need to do a couple more rows to finish it off around the top, and then the cords for hanging it, and it'll be finished. And it looks so good. I'm so happy. This pattern, I've done the skulls before. I think I mentioned I've done the skull part of the pattern a bunch of times before, but I haven't done the roses. And it's a bit different because most of the mosaic crochet designs I've done have been symmetrical, so you pick up the pattern really, really quickly. Obviously these aren't, so I wasn't sure how they were going to go. But yeah, they've been much easier than I thought. I did go wrong in a couple of places, but I was able to fix it pretty easily. And they look so good. It looks so good. I'm so happy with this. It's one of my favourite things that I've made in a while. So, yay, Gemma's going to love it. Can't wait to give it to her. Right, properly into your school summer holidays as of tomorrow. Yeah, the next few days should be alright, as we've got some of Ned's friends coming over every day, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Well, actually, then at the end of the week, he's going for a sleepover at his granny's with his cousins, so that'll be nice and give me a break. After that, eek, don't know what we're going to be doing. But hey, it'll be fine. We'll muddle through, one day at a time, like we always do. Okay, I'm going to go to bed, and I will check back in whenever I next get some crochet done, hopefully tomorrow. Just a quick update. It is, I've forgotten the date, but it's Friday. I mean, it's Saturday, it's really late at night, but it was Friday when I started crocheting. I haven't done much crochet at all in the last few days. I just haven't had time. I've made up for it today. Did nearly 4 hours. Done a little bit of work on the plant hanger again. There's not much to actually show you, but I've made both the cords for hanging it. So now I just need to finish that top edge and then attach the cords and it'll be done. So I might get that done tomorrow, we shall see. I was going to work on the Stella shawl and then I remembered that I've lost that cake of yarn. So I'm going to try and track that down now, and if not, I will replace it with DK. At some point that yarn will turn up, it has to, but I don't know where it is. What I have done, sorry this is wobbly, I can't be bothered to get the tripod out. I can't really show you, it's all tucked away in the back. I've done a load more work, well a few more rows, on the hexagon cardigan, so that's progressing nicely. And I dug out an old scrappy whip earlier. This is a bunch of squares of corner to corner moss stitch that I'm making with all my leftover bits of Crochet Society Confection DK yarn. I have many. I've got a bag somewhere with more in and I can't find it, so I need to track that down as well. I'm making big moss stitch squares, and then when I've done them all, I will join them all together. So yeah, that was oh, it feels good to get that back out and actually have it as a focus point and not just something lurking in the background. So I shall be working on that. And I've got a bunch more things I want to get started on, actually. So I want to try and set those up over the next few days. Because once things are in project bags and I've got like chosen the yarn and got the pattern and set up an ocean's pouch and all that, then I will actually work on them because they're works in progress then. At the moment they're just planned ethereal ideas and that's no good, I can't work on this. So, and I've got loads of work to do. My podcast episode, recorded it on Wednesday and I've had dramas with uploading it, so it's still not up. I'm hoping to get it up tomorrow. I would say wish me luck, but by the time you see this it'll be sorted one way or the other. So alright, it's ridiculously late, I need to go to bed. I will check back in with you soon. Oh, my total think I'm at 17 hours in total of this little crochet challenge vlog thing. So that's what, another 7 hours to go. And I've been keeping notes about what I've done, and I'm actually quite pleased with how much I've got done in that time at the moment. So I'll do a full review at the end. Right, bedtime. I'll be back at some point. Hello again. It's Sunday, 27th of July. I've nearly finished this 24-hour thing. I've done about 2.5 hours today. In total, I've spent an hour and a bit on the moss stitch squares. Did I show you them yesterday? Did I mention them? I hope so. Yeah, just finishing off some of the ones that are already done. I can't remember if I told you or if it was in my podcast, so I'm going to tell you again. I'll show you them next time I'm on here. But yes, it's a scrappy blanket thing. Using Crochet Society Confection DK yarn, all the leftover bits of that I've got. And I've just been making squares of corner to corner moss stitch. And because I've been kind of carrying them around all over the place and doing them in different settings, different situations, none of them are really the same size. And I want them to be. So to fix that, all the ones that are too small, I'm adding extra rows around, like edging rows around them. And once I've got them all up to size, I'm going to make a bunch more. And make sure they are all the same size now, until either I run out of yarn or I feel like I have enough squares. Either way. And then I will join them all together and have a lovely blanket. So that's that. And then I have spent another hour and a bit on a brand new project today. I want to make myself a parasol for the very simple reason that I like keeping my face out of the sun, especially when it's really, really hot. And I've been wanting to do it for a while. I ordered the frame a few days ago, and maybe a week ago, and it arrived a couple of days ago. And I have started working on the crochet section. So this is the Lotus and Blossom pattern by the guy with the hook, I think. Bought it off Etsy. And so far it's working out really, really nicely. It might... I'm working with a 1.8mm hook, as per advice I have found in a video by Jara's Curiosity, possibly. I will link them below because they are incredible. Their like crochet lacework patterns are amazing, and they do a lot of parasol patterns. And as far as I'm concerned, they are the person in the know when it comes to parasols, so crochet parasols. So I will link their, I know they're on Instagram, I'll link that, and I will link their YouTube channel as well below. So yeah, in theory it'll work up as the right size anyway with a 1.8mm hook. If not, though, there are instructions on the blog of the guy with the hook on how to increase it. So I should be able to get this the right size for the frame fairly easily. And because I can't remember now whether I've got a 10 spoke parasol or not, but I hope I have, because this will work out perfectly, because it's in multiples of 5 at the moment. And I think like when it increases it goes to 10 and then it'll go to 20 and so on. So yeah, it should work pretty well. We will see. Obviously I'm not going to get much more done on that before I finish this video, but it will of course get shown on my next podcast episode and all that kind of thing. I'm hoping to get through it fairly quickly because I want to be able to use the parasols this summer, and we are already nearly in August, so yeah, so because I've only got about half an hour left of this 24 hours, I think the next clip you will see from me will be the end, basically, of the video. I will, when I get a chance, I will do a full wrap-up of everything that I have worked on and how far I've got with it in this 24 hours that I've done, that I've been tracking, and then that'll be it. So I don't know when that'll be. We've got a pretty busy week coming up. Yeah, hopefully in the next few days, and then hopefully I'll get the video up onto YouTube not too long after that. But you know, editing takes time, and I haven't got much spare at the moment, so it might be a little while. We shall see. Hello. It is in between the 2nd and the 3rd of August. Really, really late at night again, of course. When is it not? I'm finally finding time to properly wrap this up. So, I think when I last spoke to you, I'd done 23 and a half hours. Hang on. It's better. Yeah, I have now completed the 24 hours. And, yeah, I don't really know what I was trying to get from this. I think just wanted to do it out of interest, really. One of the ones I said at the beginning, one of the things I said at the beginning, is that it'd be interesting to see how long it takes me to complete 24 hours of crochet. And it turns out it's about 12 days. Which I suppose, I think it was what am I trying to say? It's late and I'm tired, sorry. It's probably not a good time to do this, really. Yeah, I think the period over which I did this, I was crocheting less than usual. So ordinarily I could probably, not that there's any need for me to, but if I wanted to, I could complete 24 hours in a week. I would imagine, usually. But then this last week I've done even less. So yeah, it just varies a lot, doesn't it, depending on how much time I've got to hand. We've had a busy week, so I've not had much time for crafting of any kind. Yeah, the other thing I wanted to look at really was what I actually got done, what 24 hours worth of crochet looks like for me. And I think I'm quite pleased with how it's turned out. Again, it doesn't really matter. I'm not comparing myself to anybody else. This isn't, I wasn't trying to get a certain amount done. It's just interesting, you know. So I've worked on seven different projects during this time. Calling it a challenge, but it's not. Is it a challenge? I don't know. Anyway, one of those was start to finish completed. I can't show you everything. I'm going to show you a few things, but I can't show you everything. It's either upstairs or not even in the house anymore. One project that was brand new at the start of this, and I finished it and gifted it, was the little puppy amigurumi that I made for Ned's teacher. I'll pop a picture up over here for you so you can see anything I can't physically show you. I'll show you up here. So yeah, I'm glad I got that finished. That was fab. I had quite a tight deadline. I'm sure I talked about it at the time. I started it much later than I meant to, but I got it done on time and it was all good. Another thing that I finished was my purple granny wrap. It was made mostly using handspun yarn that had been sat unattended for a while. So yeah, I can't remember how much time I spent on it now, and I should have made a note of this, but I didn't, and all the notes are on my phone, which I'm currently recording with, so I can't go into the details. But again, yeah, it's good to have that finished. It was a good 2 or 3 hours, I think, to get it done. It might even have been a bit more. But yeah, that's another project cleared out of my works in progress list, which is always good. I have just now finished. I didn't quite finish it within the 24 hours, but I have just now finished this, the plant hanger. Oh, it's a bit wonky. The hanging isn't very good. The plant hanger for my friend Gemma. I've just attached the cord and just tightened up the top a little bit so that it actually kind of hugs the plant pot better. Yeah, slightly better view without it dangling. So yeah, that's 3 projects I've got finished all together. Again, not quite all within the 24 hours, but still as part of this little experiment. So that's fun. And I've progressed a few things as well. I've progressed the granny hexagon cardigan that I'm making at the moment. I'm not going to bother showing you that because it just looks like scraps of fabric at the moment, but it is coming together. It's getting better, taking on more shape, and I've made progress on it, which is the important thing. Out of the things that I haven't finished, this is probably what I've made the most progress on. This is my, you can't get it all in shot, but this is the Stella shawl, which it was, I think, I don't know, was I sort of here-ish maybe? I can't remember. And I'm nearly finished. I've got this, I'm almost at the point. I've just got a few more rows to do. And then I need to finish off, like do tassels and stuff, but the crochet work is done. And then I dug out of hibernation a scrappy blanket, the moss stitch corner to corner squares. They came out of hibernation last week. I think I just showed you a little bit of work I'd done on those. Possibly the last time I spoke to you, possibly the time before, I can't remember now. And then another new project that I've started during this time is the parasol that I'm creating. And it doesn't look like I've done a huge amount. But, and actually not all of this, I think only to about here was probably within the 24 hours. Anything after that is extra. But it takes longer than you might think to make something like this. Especially because I'm using a very small hook, and so there are a lot of stitches in each of these rows. I'm very, very pleased to have got that started, and yeah, slowly making progress. Hopefully we'll continue to do so. That's another thing I want to get finished fairly soon if I can. Ball of yarn that's coming undone. Anyway, yeah, so that's it. That's how it's gone. It probably hasn't been the most interesting video for you, so I'm sorry about that. As I am not particularly comfortable when it comes to doing sort of vlog style things rather than my sit down and talk to you for a couple of hours podcast that I normally do. But yeah, I hope it has been not too long. Let's put it that way. I hope I haven't waffled on too much at any point like I am doing now. Anyway, have you ever done anything like this? Have you done a 24-hour challenge or anything where you wanted to see how long it took you to complete a project or how much you get done in a certain amount of time? If you've done anything like that at all, let me know in the comments. Tell me how it went. If you have your own videos that are up on YouTube or wherever, then feel free to send me links. I'd happily watch them. Yeah, I don't know when I'll get this edited. It might be another month before you see it. Hopefully it'll be fairly soon. And in the meantime, I'm sure I will have found you other things to watch as well. So thank you very, very much for watching this. It's been a bit random, I know. And yeah, let me know if there's anything else you'd like me to have a go at and record for you. Alright, thank you very much for being here. I will be back at some point. Until then, take care.